Senate Resolution 66 by Senators Rucker, Carmichael, Mr. President, Boso, Clements, Stalling, Swope, Plymel, Unger, Beach, and Miller, honoring Katherine Johnson, West Virginia native and Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient.
The Senator from Jefferson County.
Mr. President, I request unanimous consent that the resolution be taken up for immediate consideration, committee reference be dispensed with, and the resolution be put upon its adoption.
Is there objection? Chair hears none. The question is on adoption of the resolution. Is there discussion? The Senator from Jefferson County.
My fellow senators, Katherine Johnson is an African-American physicist and mathematician, and she is one amazing woman. She is brilliant, quite literally a rocket scientist. She was born Catherine Coleman in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia in 1918 during the Woodrow Wilson administration. How ironic that it was Woodrow Wilson and his cabinet that instituted a policy of racial segregation in the federal workforce. But Katherine Johnson contributed greatly to defeating Wilson's policy. Here's some background about her life. According to NASA, for whom she dedicated decades of service, and I quote, her father, Joshua, was determined that his bright little girl would have a chance to meet her potential. He drove his family 120 miles to Institute, West Virginia, where she could continue her education through high school. Johnson's academic performance proved her father's decision was the right one. Katherine skipped through grades to graduate from high school at age 14. And she graduated from college at age 18. In 1953, after years as a teacher and later as a stay-at-home mom, she began working for NASA's predecessor, the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics. Pretty amazing, but it gets even more so. From 1953 to 1958, Katherine Johnson worked in a segregated pool of mathematicians referred to as computers with skirts. However, because of her knowledge of analytical geometry, she was invited to participate in the previously all-male editorial board. Her contributions there were so important that, as she later said, they forgot to put her back in the pool. In 1958, when the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics became NASA, the office was desegregated, but the office still had a glass ceiling and really glass doors. According to Johnson, as quoted in Wikipedia, we needed to be assertive as women in those days, assertive and aggressive, and the degree to which we had to be that way depended on where we were. I had to be. In the early days of NASA, women were not allowed to put their names on reports. As a result of her assertiveness, perseverance, and the quality of her work, Katherine Johnson became the first woman in her division ever to have her name on a report. Not the first black woman, the first woman. As Wikipedia reports, from 1958 until her retirement in 1986, Johnson worked as an aerospace technologist. She calculated the trajectory for the May 5, 1961 spaceflight of Alan Shepard, the first American in space. She also calculated the launch window for his 1961 Mercury mission. She plotted backup navigational charts for astronauts in case of electronic failures. When NASA used electronic computers for the first time to calculate John Glenn's orbit around the Earth, as the senator from Nicholas pointed out, officials called on Johnson to verify the computer's numbers. Glenn had asked for her specifically and had refused to fly unless Johnson verified the calculations. Katherine Johnson has co-authored 26 scientific papers. She was named West Virginia State College Outstanding Alumnus of the Year in 1999. And on November 24, 2015, President Barack Obama presented her with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. On May 5, 2016, a new 40,000 square foot building was named and dedicated the Katherine G. Johnson Computation Research Facility at NASA's Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. And we just passed a resolution asking for Congress to also name a building in Fairmont, West Virginia, in her honor. My parents brought me here to America from Venezuela. I feel truly blessed to have been given the opportunity to become a citizen of this great country. Opportunity is what America is all about. Today, I'm a freshman senator, and I've been told that I'm the first Hispanic woman ever to be elected to the West Virginia State Senate. However, I would quickly add that I don't consider that an accomplishment of mine. It is simply a measure of where we are today in our society, that race, ethnicity, and gender are of lesser importance in how we choose candidates for office. So in that respect, we have come a long way, and we owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to great Americans like Katherine Johnson for how far we have come. I admire Katherine Johnson. She created opportunity where none existed. She broke down barriers. She refused to take no for an answer and accomplished so much. She is the embodiment of greatness and a hero to me. It is a great honor for me to present this resolution on the behalf of the West Virginia State Senate as a tribute to this incredible woman.
Further discussion. The senator from Greenbrier County.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the citizens of West Virginia and the people of Greenbrier County and the 10th District, we are proud today to honor Katherine Johnson, who was born and raised in White Sulphur Springs. And I will tell you, and she will tell you, that it's a beautiful place to be from, and it's a beautiful place to go. It's a beautiful place to visit. The sad news is that it was a difficult time when she was there, as she attended school and would have to probably catch rides or walk. Some walked to school at that time. My good friend, the Reverend Carl Rennick, used to talk about the walks he used to make to school. But she went through 8th grade, was as far as you were allowed to go in Greenbrier County at that time to school. And she went, her and her family went and moved so that she could continue her education and do great things for this nation. We've come a long way, but we have a long way to go. We've done some good things. This lady paved the way and said it could be done, but we have much more to do in how we treat people and how we segregate ourselves apart from people who are different from ourselves sometimes. We have much to do. But from the people of Greenbrier County today, from my fellow senator from the 10th District, the junior senator from Monroe County, we say that we're proud today to stand and honor this great West Virginian, this great countian of ours, this great leader in our nation. It is sad that we have not all understood and appreciated her accomplishments when we were in school in West Virginia history, but many of us did not get that. She did a great job. She's made famous this state. We need to show the appreciation this day with this resolution. Thank you.
Further discussion. Further discussion. If not, the question before the Senate is adoption of the resolution. All those in favor will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. I declare the resolution adopted.